situation with these corporate subsidies. The other piece about Pearson is that at the other end of this, they receive lucrative state contracts from the Department of Education, particularly for park testing. And we have with us today a parent advocate, Tova Felder. Did I get that right? Felder, who's going to speak to us about this other part of Pearson and how they're profiting on our scarce education dollars. Tova.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Tova Felder. I'm an educator, a taxpayer, and the mommy of one fabulous 10-year-old. I'm speaking to you with all of those hats on because they all matter. As a teacher, my primary focus has always been on engaging my students' minds and creating a classroom atmosphere that feels like home. My classrooms are colorful, a little kooky, and filled with warmth. This is the sort of experience I hoped my son would have too. I sent him off to kindergarten, nervous and teary, me, not him, not knowing what he'd be walking into. I hoped that there would be lots of hands-on learning, experiments, and explorations. I figured he'd be getting his fingers dirty and his mind a little messy. That is what learning is all about. What my child, and all of our children, are getting is often very different. It makes me sad, it makes me angry. As an educator, it isn't what I hoped for. As a taxpayer, it is not what I expect. As a mom, it kind of hurts my heart. The goal of education today is not to develop a love of learning. It is not to nurture these young souls or to inspire them to creativity. The goal of education today is to prepare them to pass the test in preparation for becoming the products that colleges and businesses need in order to make their next dollar. New Jersey has already spent millions of dollars on Pearson's park test. Not just a few million, over 100 million. We have bought Pearson's textbooks and their test prep books, all promising to prepare our kids for their own test. And make no mistake, when the results come back next fall, Pearson will be ready with their remediation tools for us to buy in order to improve their scores. Does anyone else have a problem with the incestuous nature of this monopoly?
I do. Yes.
Yes. Just for fun, I decided to look at a few numbers. Because the park tests are given on computers, a lot of additional money was spent on upgrading internet infrastructures across the state and on purchasing the hardware on which to actually take the test. Most districts seem to have gone the route of Chromebooks. Writing and technology upgrades aside, the Chromebooks alone, I figure, are about $200 to $300. The technology costs for taking the NJ Ask and other former standardized tests were approximately 53 cents for two number 2 pencils per child, plus whatever it costs to print the test books. Is this how you want your tax dollars spent, New Jersey? Every school should have a library where children go and learn to love books. Not just reading, but actual paper and ink books that they can hold in their hands and smell and connect with. Every school should have a thriving visual arts program where children go and learn to create. Not just making images, not clicking on color swatches with a mouse and dragging it across a screen, but actual paint and clay that they get all over their hands and smell and connect with. Every school should have a vibrant music program where children go and learn to communicate through the beauty of sound, not just making noises or manipulating samples in GarageBand, but actual singing and actual real instruments that they can touch and smell and connect with. Schools need gardens and programs which teach kids how to tend them. They need hands-on science classes where children find out what an electromagnet is by building one.
You can't do that with the question.
They need the richness of world language studies and the creative outlets afforded by a language arts program that isn't centered solely on academic writing. Children are wanderers. They are dreamers and innovators. It's in their DNA. And a good education, one that is not driven by corporate profit, nurtures and encourages them. It speaks to their innate curiosities and leads them down paths of investigation and inquiry. We don't need Pearson's Park or a battery of any other standardized tests to tell us if our kids are college and career ready. My son is 10. I can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not ready. Neither are his friends. They are ice cream ready, engaging literature ready, playing make-believe at recess ready. I won't let my child be stuck in park. I want him and every other child to keep moving. Thank you.